Deep thoughts, science, freedom, conscience can develop a man. Only a fool thinks in a different way. Abay Kunanbayev. Abay Kunanbayev, great educator of the steppe, considered knowledge and science to be important for any people, any civilization. Today there are about 7,000 students and 150 specialties in the Kazakh National Pedagogical University, which was named after the great poet, as well as hundreds of scientists and teachers of international level, 7 institutes and laboratories, thousands of scientific works. Nowadays, Abay КазНПУ is a diversified center for training of scientific and pedagogical staff and specialists in the field of pedagogical education, social and political sciences. The first Kazakh higher education institution was established on the 1st of October in 1928 and was named Kazakh State University. It had the only pedagogic faculty that consisted of 3 divisions: physical and mathematical, natural sciences and language studies. The purpose was to train the staff in the economic, agricultural sphere as well as physicians. All the famous Kazakh enlighteners worked at this university. The first rectors of the university were Sanjar Asfendiyarov or Razjan Dosov, who worked hard on university development. They were members of the commission. We should mention Timirbek Jurgenov, Khalil Dosmuhamedov, Sakin Seyfulin, Mukhtar Awezov and Sabit Mukanov. All of them worked and taught there. All well-known scientists worked at the university, and our university was the beginning of all other universities in Kazakhstan. In the interests of intensive development of national education, it was decided to develop a new independent pedagogical institute. Therefore, in 1930, the university was renamed as Kazakh State Pedagogical Institute. In 1935, the university was given the name of the great enlightener Abay. There are approximately 200 doctors of science, professors, about 400 candidates of sciences, 50 specialties of PhD at the university. There are 13 academicians and corresponding members. In 2017, the КазНПУ scientists have won the Satpayev Award for the best scientific research in the natural sciences. 3 professors received a state scientific scholarship. 6 scientists were awarded the title of the best teachers of the university. Scientists of the university got 35 patents and 215 copyright certificates for innovative developments. KazPI was initially located in the small single-story building of the former Vermi Women's College. 5-month preparation courses for prospective students started functioning under the institute. Also, pedagogic college, pedagogic schools and workers' faculty opened their doors. These institutions enrolled mostly 124 people. There were 28 women among them. The students of the university were international. About 70% of students received scholarship. In the first year of the university, only 9 teachers worked there. Among them were 3 professors, 5 assistants of professors and 1 assistant. There were students willing to study, though they were 40 years old. Period of hard testing for the institute staff was the time of the Great Patriotic War. About 160 students and teachers went to the front. 8 of them were awarded a title of the Hero of the Soviet Union. Our university is not just a university, it's as a home for me. I heard about this university when I was a 3rd-year student. After the war, I had an opportunity to study at KazPI, and I was enrolled, but in that moment I worked at school. There wasn't enough teachers, and after the 10th grade we were sent back to school to teach. I have some deep feelings to this university. Owing to the knowledge that I have received here, I have held high positions. I worked in the office of the president, in the government and ministries as well. And I worked more than 10 years in the Akimat of Almaty. The knowledge and diploma which I received in this university have been helping me throughout my life. The educational work is an integral part of the educational process and is focused on the national educational ideal, the system of basic national values. Abaytanu was included as a subject, and the museum Abaytanu was opened. The World of Abay Republican Festival is held once every 2 years. There are Tulgatanu Center named after Gabdulin, Students' Assembly Berlik, 16 student sections, 3 creative groups, 21 sports sections, a debate club, and different occasional student events. I was enrolled to the history department of this university in 2003 and graduated in 2008. After the university, I started my teaching career here and worked as a teacher more than 9 years. I like my job. As I finished my master's degree, then I was enrolled to the PhD doctoral studies of the history, and now I'm a second-year student. I'm very proud of this, as this is the first university of our nation. It has a special place in the history of Kazakhstan. We know this university is the dream of Alash people. It has been known that the 70s became very significant for the history of the university. It was a significant breakthrough for university research, which served to help the formation of the most prominent scientists of Kazakhstan, who were included in the Golden Fund of the country. There are a lot of names of all famous graduates of the Kazakh National Pedagogical University, and it is impossible to name all of their names in this single film. For example, Orunbek Zhautikov, Sarsen Amanjolov, Kalijan Bekhozhin, Serik Kirabayev, Zhumagali Sain, Abdilda Tajbayev. We can also remember the names of the hero of the socialistic labor Kudys Absametov, honorary teacher of USSR Kumash Nurgaliyev, and historian Seidkhan Isayev. There are thousands of talented teachers and specialists who contributed to the development of Kazakhstan. It is hard to even count their numbers. One of the important events in the life of the university was the opening of the Institute Sorbonne Kazakhstan, a branch of the Sorbonne Paris University. The project was organized in the international level by France and Kazakhstan under the direct patronage of the heads of state. Thus, this project became the flagship of the Kazakh-French cooperation in the field of higher education and science. The students study the specialties as management and international relations over the 4 years, and from this year we started specialty of international law with the RENA Educational Center. This place is a priority for international contacts in the field of humanitarian and social sciences between France and Kazakhstan. A new stage in the history of KazPI, named after Abay, came in connection with the new socio-economic and political processes that took place in the early 90s. The new time required different approaches to the organization of higher education and training of new personnel focused on market relations. The domestic system of training specialists began to look for new forms of education. By the decree of President Nursultan Nazarbayev, the university was required the status of national. Our main purpose is teacher training, and one of our big missions as the teacher is the base of all education. We have already confirmed a strategic plan where special attention is paid to training teachers of the 21st century. First of all, our university should be a research institution. Secondly, this is a digital university. Without it, we are not able to give education. And finally, a very important moment is social responsibility and openness of the university. Abay said, "You should have enough knowledge and talent to find your own way in life." The university was given a name of great poet Abay Kunanbayev. Almost 10,000 of people who studied here found their own mission in their life. And this is truly the flagship of the pedagogy of all region, whole country, and it is part of the history of Kazakhstan.